Walking festivals. I've been involved in all the North Wales walking festivals over a number of years now, and in your delegate pack you've got a list of them. And I can advise you, please look them up through the websites. If you're organising a walking festival, it is easy to copy best practice from other people. You know, the very best, probably the Isle of Wight Walking Festival, but there's quite a lot to be learned from the North Wales ones. And just as a sort of brief summary of them, I would say primarily the North Wales ones are for the entertainment of the people that are already there, either people who are living there or visitors who have come for other reasons and find themselves in the middle of a walking festival. I couldn't say that we've been successful in making any of the walking festivals a sort of destination event, something that people would come to Conwy or Snowdonia purely in order to come to a walking festival. Now that is the challenge, of course, but there's nothing lost in involving local people and entertaining people who are there, because the more people that are walkers, the more people that are involved in walking, the better it is. People like to stay in guest houses and hotels where the people who are running it know something about the walks in the area. I would say that the best PR for walking festivals comes from single speed dating. Do you have speed dating over here? No? Well, that's very good for PR. You walk alongside a group, men on one side and women on the other, and after 10 minutes you move up, yeah, and you meet somebody else. So speed dating is very good for walking festivals. The walking festival is a very good way of introducing new things. I mean, Nordic walking's always been the craze, but not everyone's got walking poles, and it's quite nice to go on a walking festival and be shown how to do something new. So I would recommend them for that. The easiest way to get established as a walking festival is to involve groups in the area who are there for other purposes. So you simply ask the Rotary Club or the local cathedral choir or the Working Men's Club to organise a walk, and they're then responsible for the walk and for getting people there. So we've tried that, and that's been quite successful. The most important way of involving families and school children has been geocaching. Can I have a show of hands, please, of those who have been geocaching? Right, well that is very low. That is very low. It is the fastest growing outdoor sport. And it's a wonderful way of getting into the countryside, particularly for families and kids. And there's a geocache only, like 50 yards away from the hotel. No? Well, that's something I've actually distributed a couple of around the tables, a printout. Perhaps I should talk more about geocaching. But that's the big thing. It involves gadgets, the GPS device. Nearly everyone with a smartphone will have a GPS and a means of accessing the central website, geocaching.com. Wonderful way of introducing people to walking. The biggest topical debate on walking festivals is whether to charge or not. Yeah? Often it's so easy to do a free, get a council grant or a subsidy to set a walking festival up, but to be sustainable, you've got to have some money from somewhere. And if you can charge a modest fee, I think it's a good idea, because otherwise often people will book a place on a walk, but on the day it's raining or their grandmother comes to stay and they don't turn up. So I think finding a way of charging properly is a good idea. But please don't come away with the idea that a walking festival itself is going to bring a huge amount of tourism money to the area. But I do congratulate you for the festival that you have in Waterford, which achieved a prominent place in a very prominent journal in England, Coast Magazine. Has anybody seen this Coast Magazine article? Well, I'll leave it on the desk. It's worth its weight in gold, because it'll be in dentists' waiting rooms and doctors' surgeries for the next 5 years. And people will see it. And, of course, it contains the dream, you know. Lovely winter weekend, cultural interest, Vikings, castles, you know, Waterford glass. If you can achieve something like that to advertise your festival, and if you can sort of spice it up the way that you have and turn it into part food and part cultural, then, you know, maybe you can establish the festivals. But the experience of North Wales is very difficult. Okay, I think I'll call it a day then, as the time's up. Thank you very much.